Chills and thrills, shivers and chills, hair-raising stunts that shorten your breath, that pulse with excitement. Students of the Navy, lesson that they must master before graduation. A daring lesson, a He-Man task, a takeoff into nothing. Leaping into thin air from lofty heights, with only a ripcord to save them. The Earth comes up at a breakneck pace as they fall into space like lumps of lead. Down they settle to happy landings, all a-tingle with speechless thrill. Others ride astride their saddles, defying the laws of gravity. Sturdy horsemen steer their steeds to the edge of straight-up walls. No fear in the heart of man or beast. Few falls, few tumbles as these cavalrymen perform feats of unbelievable daring. Men in the tank corps, rough and tough, driving their armored chariots crashing through all barriers. Hard bumps for men hardened to duty. Tons of steel teetering on the edge of nothing. A path through forest primeval is their job, and they do it. Monsters of mechanized progress, they sweep over natural and man-made obstacles. There is no stopping them, over cliffs and down with their steel noses drilling the earth below. No jar too great, no jolt too severe. Up and over, sometimes with a spill that is a spill. Dress rehearsal for another thrill off New York's Battery Wall. A newfangled rocket lifeboat designed to help when peril hits the high seas. It's a lifeboat that needs a lifeboat. The top comes off a noble dream, and the thrill becomes a spill. A finish not on the program, and the inventor of something new swims home in the old-fashioned way. Easy to watch, but a kick in the doing and a trick that few can do. Speed and spray for the aquaplaner, towed by swift motorboats, riding the waves at a dizzy pace with only a slap for a foothold. Tension here, tension of nerve, tension of balance, tension of straining rope. Here's acrobatics on and in the waves, right side up or upside down. A dash and a splash on aqua skis, jumping the hurdles in water. Aqua stunts at 50 miles an hour behind flashing speedboats. A stunt that is good if you do it, a good soaking if you don't. Excitement galore for all who jump and all who watch. Leaping leaners, bouncing bathtubs, now on, now off, in air, on water, and in the water too. In the Sammamish Slough near Seattle, tugboats fly in the craziest of marathons over a course of 25 miles through farms and peaceful cow pastures. Hut-huts dashing madly through narrow channels with a turn at every few yards. Motor maniacs who know no fear, drivers with nerves of steel, pushing and pulling and guiding their hulls through a course that's a challenge a second, round twists and turns that laugh at motors and men. The human arrow, poised to shoot into waiting space with terrific force for the fun of it. A whizzing flash of muscle and bone. A living shaft of nerve. Again, man makes a projectile of himself. This time from the mouth of a cannon. Out of sight. Now a human shell. Into his fell feet first. Once more at 70 miles an hour, this time in a vault of fine perfection. Look fast, he soaked in oil, set a fire to leap into a flaming tank. Fire, water, and courage just for a thrill. Again, the girls take the spotlight. This little lady gets along by the skin of her teeth. Imagine the feeling of a glide this way. You'd kick too in a slide for life like this, but not so prettily as she does. Now grip your chair. Baby Hercules, 6 months old, turned into a human basketball on the edge of a building 28 stories above the busy street, and enjoying it too. A chuckling babe fearless in the hands of his father. Someday he'll grow into this kind of a performer. A man who can balance anything, anywhere. The straight and narrow path, from skyscraper to skyscraper, high above jittery crowds in sunny Los Angeles. Every step a risk, a man with confidence in his skill, a woman with confidence in her husband. At last, the end of the rope, and what a relief for us. Thrills on the track, speed and turns that tingle the blood. Daredevils all who know no fear in their race for victory. Here's a mix-up that's a bad one, with crash after crash and spill after spill. Now it's motorcycle maniacs, jumping jitterbugs who stake their lives on their handlebars. It takes backbone to do this, if they can have any left. Now it begins to get hot, burning up the road to dash through burning barriers. Calling all junkmen. This is a good way to clean out that second-hand car lot. Or maybe you'd rather get rid of the old bus this way. A hair-raising feat for the crowds who watch. A life-taking risk every time the daring drivers turn turtle inside crashing steel. Now, over the hurdles for a safe landing. And then the broad jump for a landing not so safe. There is no end to the chances man will take at 60 miles an hour. An Indian with the Indian sign on face. Here indeed is a fitting tail piece to a blistering movie of smashing spills and thrills.